Battlebots. We couldn't do it without all of you. I think on Seems Reasonable Robotics, we love bringing new things to the sport, trying new stuff, even if it doesn't always work the first time. We try again, and we're just so thrilled.
And thank you to all the builders that came out. Like, we have 13 robots out there.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
I know where our microphone's at, so if any of other teams want to come down, we'll do some level of ask questions. In here, this is a better spot to do it than out there. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Sean Doherty. We work out his garage. This is for him. We're putting up with us doing a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah!
I don't know where he's at, but somewhere. For him. Yeah, so any other teams want to come down? And somebody be organized about questions.
You can put them in. Okay. Okay.
Oh, there's a microphone right there.
Microphone check. Microphone check. All right. Out. All right, everyone, if you can hear me, please come line up on the side. One by one, we'll hand you the microphone to ask the builders questions. Builder questions. Line up on this side over here, please. Thank you.
Oh my.
Also, we're robot builders, not event organizers. Come on. Yeah, also, if you do need to take off, we understand. You can slip out anytime. Bye.
God.
I was really proud of you.
Oh. Oh.
Do you get paid?
Oh. Yeah.
They don't get paid well. This is the biggest problem with this sport.
In the house.
Wait,
Ginger, why do you think it was a good idea to keep and not make any of the changes to the Battlebot at the last final round?
I think when in a high-stress situation, when you make a change, sometimes people aren't as familiar and they lose muscle memory and you can mess up. And so for us, I think Tantrum itself has so many degrees of freedom. It's so complicated that we didn't want to sort of twitch or change anything for, fear of other downstream effects. So we just sort of stayed with what was working. And yeah, is that your
yeah.
Where did you get the wedge from?
We made it in our shop.
Oh.
If we build a Battlebot, I think we can make a wrench.
Oh. Yeah. Woo.
Was Blip built off Tantrum? Blip built off of Tantrum?
Blip had an iterative design from Tantrum. So a lot of the parts were shared between Tantrum and Blip so that it was easy to swap parts back and forth. But not many parts, because a lot of the upgrades that we would have put into a new Tantrum went into Blip. And so now the next version of Tantrum, where you have to come and defend the nut, is going to have the new iteration and the upgrades that Blip would have otherwise. That makes sense?
That's a lot of big words.
This question was probably asked, but I was just curious. Why did you choose to make a punching device instead of like spinners or a flipper?
That's a really good question. So we wanted to try playing the game differently, and we like trying to go for new stuff. But one of the things you'll notice on some robots is you'll see a lot of sparks being generated. So we're trying to be basically more defensive and always playing aggressive, and be able to bring a weapon into the fray when we wanted to. And also, you get good bite and collision, so when you get that high-speed punch into somebody, you can spin the weapon faster. So even though it's small, it still packs punch.
Yeah.
There are other teams too.
Yeah. You ready?
When did you guys decide when you wanted to be a Battlebot builder or be a part of the team?
Everyone.
I'll go first. I decided when I was your age, because my mother and I used to watch Battlebots on Comedy Central, and when that went off the air, my mom decided that it was time for us to go be Battlebot builders. So we Googled it, and we found one in Las Vegas, actually.
Keep it going. Man it down.
What's Battlebots? I was lucky to live near where the Comedy Central competition was filmed, so I just went and watched and decided it looked like a lot of fun. And then when my daughter was born, she was just about your age, we started doing it together, which made it even more fun. So that's how we got involved.
So I think most of us, as soon as you watch, Christian's probably been doing this longer than almost anybody standing up here, right? Is that right? I think we can agree. So putting that aside for a minute, when I was 25, when I first watched it, I said, oh, I gotta do that. I gotta do it next year. And I didn't get it done in time. But I did sneak into the pit area, and I met so many people that became lifelong friends. And it's great. You watch it, you want to be part of it, you do it, and you meet all these wonderful people. Just to follow up on Christian here, I was 17 and I saw Christian on TV.
Hey! Woo!
Christian, are you into it? You want to build one?
Yeah!
That's what we want to hear. Anybody else?
So I had raced radio-controlled cars in high school and early parts of college. I had done CAD classes and I had watched the show a bunch, and I was still having a barrier to building something and going and competing, and I ran into Zachary Weigel at the college I went to, and he had a little 1-pound robot, and I thought it was really cool, and he got me into it.
The first Battlebot I made was made out of Legos when I was in middle school.
Oh, yeah.
So to do that, solid start.
Honestly.
And then, a group of friends and I, a couple years ago, we were watching on season one on ABC and went, we can do that. And pro tip, don't start with a heavyweight. Build small ones first. Learning curves are hard.
Well, my story is very similar to Mark. I remember watching you in the super heavyweight category with Minion hoist the giant nut. And I just knew from the very first episode of BattleBots I had to find a way to do this. And I'm honored to be standing here with the whole cast. It's such a big moment and such an amazing night. So.
Woo!
I don't know who specifically to ask this to. How did Tantrum's design for a punching disc spinner start?
Let's give it to the madman.
So if anybody watched season 3, it didn't go great for us with a flipper. This season went better. We did have the honor of facing Jen and Battle Royale with cheese. And that was gorgeous. After that, like, learning curve, heck of a thing. We knew we couldn't get the spring flipper set up to anywhere near as powerful as we wanted.
I think I want to drop down for a
going in the right direction. But it was coming up with something new. And in this case, we picked something, decided it was a problem, and tried to come up with a solution for it. And it's hard to go wrong in terms of a playground that really is Battlebots. It's an amazing playground with a bunch of awesome people playing in it.
Why did you make Tantrum so cute?
Oh.
Where's Angela? You know, Alex's wife, Angela.
Yeah. We were sitting looking at how we can make a robot more likable. It's an inanimate object, right? You have to make it cute, and so or fierce and angry. And so we figured, well, not both. So we started with the eyes. We added the angry eyes. Made it orange, because there's not many orange robots out there. And then we added the fists afterwards, because we had a lot of extra weight on our robot. So we figured, why not build aluminum fists? And so that's why it's so cute. Do you like Flip or Tantrum more? Which one's cuter?
They both are super cute.
Oh.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, guys. I was a super huge fan of the first version of Tantrum. I thought it had a really crazy mechanism, and I was actually pretty disappointed when you reconfigured it as a punching spinner. And then you moved on to a flipper. Any thoughts on the irony of the design you kind of walked away from, winning the whole thing?
Walked away from. I got a lot of parts in that thing still. I brought it here. I'm the next person.
Wow. I know.
Spicy.
Well, first of all, congratulations, everyone here. I know everyone puts a lot of time and effort into these robots. I have a wonderful young lady in the audience somewhere. Her name is Anna. She's 17 years old today, and my request is if you could sing her happy birthday.
Oh.
Anna, where are you? Where are you?
Robot builder's not
She's over there. She's over there. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
So I think I know why you guys won that.
Oh, okay.
So you know how Nugget, they were stuck in one of the saws, and then they set themselves on fire. I think the curse of that set saw blades on fire.
Yeah. Hot take. Spicy.
Why is it called a nut when it doesn't look like one?
Why is it called a nut if it does not look like a nut?
Nuts are super yummy, and we can also eat them, but in engineering, nuts are what we use to screw things together. So when we want to attach two pieces of metal, we stick a nut and a bolt through it, and it helps us attach. And you can see these things inside are threads. So when we screw it in, it keeps everything real tight together. So it's got two meanings.
Yeah. Can you hold it for me?
Yeah, sure.
I
Please do not mention me by name.
Yep, hold that.
This is a question for any of you. What would any of you do if you fought Tombstone?
Where's Ray?
Where's Ray?
He's here somewhere. Ray's hiding. Oh, he's hiding.
We would use our wedges.
We would all
hit the bar 2 or 3 times. We did the thing. We literally fought the Tombstone, and it went all right. Yeah.
Season 5, episode 8. It's really good.
So before Battlebots came back, there was a bunch of competitions out there, including robo games, and some people love that. And we're talking about you. And Ray and I are we're 1-1 against each other, but we haven't fought in Battlebots yet. Yeah. You want to talk about winning or whatever? I didn't do a lot of that this season, so I'm not sure I got much to say there, you know?
How would we all beat you?
How would we fight Tombstone?
How
would you fight Tombstone?
How would you fight Tombstone?
A big, huge block of steel in front to deflect me and just try to push me around. The people that have beaten me figured out that the best way to do that is to go at the weapon as opposed to anything else. If you try to go after the tires, I'm going to get you. So the ones that have got my number are the ones that decided, I'm just going to try to break the weapon, fist it in my face sort of thing. And that's the best way to do it.
I have a question. I'm actually, my friend Luke, he really wants to come here, but he actually got COVID, so he cannot come. Yeah, but we have a bet. Basically, we're trying to say, how heavy is that nut? I have a number, and we were trying to say who can get closer.
You got a scale?
I
haven't weighed it.
It's been hiding in a box. We haven't weighed it yet. So
28 pounds.
from the man himself. 28 pounds.
I said 25, you said 30.
So, via Price is Right rules, you won that bet.
I have a question for Tantrum. When are you guys going to build a swerve drive?
It's a dumb idea somewhere deep in the archives. And it might happen, it might not, we'll see.
Adequate. Any more questions over here? Alright. This is all a dumb idea? Yeah. Going into debt with the design robot.
Which one would you rather face? Witch Doctor or
Well, we got the nut. So
Hey!
Witch Doctor.
Okay, this question is for Ray and Gary. Obviously, Last Right to the Original Sin is one of the all-time matchups in the sport. So, what were your two guys' reactions when you found out free shipping was going up against Tombstone?
Mmm.
Gary, you
Weaponless
first.
Wonder! Come in, the Weaponless Wonder!
Weaponless Wonder!
Well, I thought, this should look familiar. At Robo Games, I think we've fought 20 times?
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Some people in their whole heavyweight career don't even have 25. I've had to fight him 20 times. I think I fought you 3 times. in one day.
Oh my God.
So I got a lot of practice fighting Brett. So I thought, yeah, I know what to do. And of course he changes what he does, so I have to change what I do. He got 3 out of 4 tires, but you know, I kind of look at it that I got a chance to show off how, you know, my ability to drive on just one wheel.
The one thing I proved it is possible to outdrive Gary Jim as long as you cut 3 of his tires off first. You know, the thing is, if you don't get them all, he's still going to keep coming at you. So it's one of those things where you got to figure you got to get them all. So yeah, we've got a long fight history together, and throughout that fight history, he's won probably 2/3 of those matches. So I was actually kind of nervous going into it. I mean, I obviously have a lot of fun doing it, so it's a fun match, but whether I was going to come out on top, that's the way these things work.
Quick question for Glitch. What is Glitch? Why is Glitch? How is Glitch?
Yeah, what is Glitch? Why is... How is Glitch?
Glitch is a weapon that just kind of stays there and people drive into it. Man, he works.
How did you make the big nuts and why did you shape it like that?
Aww.
Yeah, where's Trey?
The awards for Battlebots are actually made locally. I believe the machine shop is in Berkeley, so these are made. Nope. Hold on, this is just coming in. This year. Oh, Royster! He's wonderful. He's on Hypershock now. He's a fantastic machinist. Also does fantastic cosplay. Also does the tiny race cars with us. So yeah, so formerly in Berkeley, now Royster's Machine Shop. That is where those come from High Precision Machine Tools. Thanks.
We have time for one more question. One more question. Who will be that audience member that asks the last question of the night? Don't let it go to me. Don't let it.
It's gotta be a good one.
Do any of your robots actually use nuts?
Yes!
Yeah.
All of them.
Mine drives the weapon.
Mine holds the blade on.
Big armor.
If you look at this, you've got the blade.
Some electronics and some welded places.
Armor, holding the armor on.
Oh yeah, it's got one on the weapon.
And we're all nuts for doing this.
Yeah.
I think we're about done on time. I'd love to, everyone, thank you. We were looking at throwing a viewing party for just builders, and it ballooned. Thanks
Woo!
for supporting us. We get friends directly to paying for seeing on this screen, which is really weird, but awesome. Ginger wants to say something too.
I know this is sort of cliche, but I think it's also super cool, and I'm super grateful to have had the opportunity to be the first woman to hold the giant medal.
Yeah! Woo!
Everyone says this over and over again, but it's worth repeating that all of you can be builders, and the sport belongs to all of you. And I found a super welcoming community here, and I really appreciate all of you, and I've had a lot of fun this season, so thank you so much.
Yeah!
It's easier to have fun when you win.
Now, Kevin, you lift it above your head. Come on.
Yeah!
So just as we close out, because we do need to vacate the space in a few moments, I want to say a thank you to a really big population of sponsors that help make this happen. We've got some sponsors here tonight. You know, you heard in the show today how Witch Doctors had their sponsors turn stuff in 24 hours and bring it back. We really rely on our sponsors. So thank you very much. I'd also like to say a really big, heartfelt thanks to the Tech Interactive. Yeah. If you've never been here when it's open in the day, it is a fantastic hands-on museum focused on the kind of technologies that we use to build these robots. So please, can't recommend it more, come and visit them. Particularly, I'd like to say thanks to the team who've helped us today, Evan and Albert, who took care of front of house, and the team that set this up for us in 10 days. Actually, less than 10 days. So, thanks for coming. And is anybody interested in us doing it this next year?
Yeah!
Tell you what, see you next year.
Oh, wow.